guys, this morning we're going to be talking a little bit about new construction on our Mondays with Michelle for today. So, how does new construction work and how is it different than resale? New construction can be really awesome. There's definitely some pros to it. So talk a little bit about the pros. Some of the pros are that you get exactly what you want. You get to go and pick out all your finishes. So you kind of get to design your house, which is really nice. You also get to pick out the lot that you want in the community that you're building. If you're building in a community, you can also do new construction and buy your own lot and build separately, but that's a topic for another day because it's a whole different ballgame in and of itself. But if you're building in a community, you get exactly what you want, you get to pick your own lot, everything is brand new, nothing's going to be like worn out. Other people aren't going to have used the carpet the way that, in a resale, the carpet may not be new, things like that. That keeps some people out sometimes. So new construction, you get all that brand new and you're the first one to use it. And really it can be pretty fun to watch the process of your house, being built from scratch and going from a mound of dirt to foundation and then the walls and then the inside and everything come together. That can be really meaningful. I know a lot of families enjoy that. So those are some of the really cool things about new construction that causes people to gravitate towards it. On the other side of the coin, there's some things that you want to consider when you build new construction that you may not be aware of or think of in the beginning of the process. One of those things is that most people have a budget that they need to follow with new construction. So you're still probably going to compromise on what you want a little bit. You can't just go in there and make it the Taj Mahal if you don't have a Taj Mahal budget. So be prepared that there's still going to be some compromises that need to be made. New construction costs a little bit more than a similar house in the resale market just because builders are all about making that money. So there is a profit margin that they've built in. Normally I say it's about a year's worth of equity. So just be prepared for that the same house in the resale market and new construction will cost just a little bit more. But over time you'll get that back. In the long run, you'll have a newer house that has more updates typically. There's also unexpected costs that you're going to want to plan and prepare for. So when you get a new construction house, it's not typically going to have any exterior features like a deck or a patio that a resale house may already have built into it. So you'll have to, if you want one of those, you'll have to plan or prepare for that. If you have pets or kids or you just want some privacy, you'll need to plan or prepare, for the cost of a fence. And also blinds. Window coverings tend to be one of the biggest unexpected costs that people aren't really thinking about, that all those windows come naked and you're going to want to put something on them and so you can have some privacy in your home, and that can add up. You start talking about 20, 30 windows in a house, even if the blinds aren't too expensive, you're typically going to want to budget about $1,000 to $2,000 depending on how fancy you go with those window coverings. The other thing that you want to be prepared for is that there are lot premiums. So like I said, we were talking about all the great things about new construction is that you get to pick your lot, but that does come at a cost. So be prepared for that. The other thing you want to be prepared for is that there are construction delays sometimes. And with construction delays, that's going to make there's some uncertainty around moving. So if you have a drop dead date for your lease, you're always going to want to make a plan B. Whether it be a lease or if you're selling your house or renting your house out to move into your new construction home, you're definitely going to want to have a backup plan and be prepared that you may have to execute that. There's sometimes uncertainty around the construction process. So that leads me into, how does an agent help with new construction? Because I know a lot of people do see those nice flags waving and it says, prices from this, and it sounds like a great deal, and you just want to go in there and start talking to these nice salespeople, and they just start telling you how wonderful everything is. So why do you need an agent? What's an agent going to do for you? So some of the things an agent are going to do for you during the new construction process is we're going to help with the negotiations up front. We're going to help make sure you understand everything you're getting, the costs involved. We're going to help make sure that the options that you're choosing are some of the more cost-effective options, because when you go to sell later on, are those things going to be valued and are you going to get your money back for them? Are you picking a good lot that's going to have good return value in the future when you go to resell it? Because I can tell you, You may not worry about the fact that your lot backs up to a road, but the future buyers of your home will care, and it will cost you a lot of money. And the builders aren't going to point that out to you right away. You might think, oh, I'm getting a great deal because I'm not paying a lot premium, but the cost to you later on might be double or triple what that lot premium was. So you want to have an agent to help point some of these different things out. You want someone on your side, basically, through the process, because those nice sales agents are the same people you're going to be dealing with all along. And right up front, they're going to be very responsive to you because they want to hook you. They are salespeople for the builder. The builder pays them to sell houses for them. So they are there to wine and dine and hook you and be extra attentive in the beginning. But once the sales process is over and you've got your contract signed, they still work for the builder, and they are on the builder's side. So you're going to want someone on your side. So when that builder sales rep doesn't call you back, when something's wrong in the house, you want someone on your side that you can call and is going to call you back or is going to answer the phone and is going to take care of it for you. And that's your agent. Your agent is your liaison between you and the builder. So why would the builder sales rep call the agent back or be any more responsive to the agent than they are to the consumer? It's a good question. That's because agents have a lot of buyers. So there's a lot more leverage there, and they really want agents to be happy, because if agents are happy, they'll bring them more buyers. And you know a lot of people, but all the people you know as a consumer may not be buyers, but all the people that we deal with are buyers. We deal with a lot of buyers. So that's where that comes into play. We also do get money off of it, like I said, in the negotiations of the home and understanding the contract. Those builder contracts are geared towards the builder, and so having an agent point out what they're saying in there and how that could affect you later on, while we can't really change the builder's contract, we can make you aware of things that the builder's going to gloss right over. And we've seen different scenarios come up in the past that we can kind of point out to you how that might play out for you, so that you're aware and prepared and don't have any unpleasant surprises down the road. So one of the biggest myths I've run into in new construction is that someone will save money if they go to the builder directly versus using a realtor. And that is a huge myth. The builder does not give you any of the money back from the commission that they pay your realtor. That money comes from a marketing budget. Their marketing budget is what it is. The price of the homes are what they are. They do not change the price of the homes if someone has a realtor or doesn't have a realtor, because those homes set the comps for the future homes that they're going to continue to build. So they're not going to lower the price because you don't use a realtor, because if they lower the price for you, then it starts creating a downward trend in pricing for the future homes they build. So all the commission comes from the builder's marketing fund. And I can promise you, those builders come in here and talk to us on a regular basis and explain all the great things going on in their communities and ask us to bring our buyers to them. And they are okay with paying us the commission, but you aren't going to save anything, or you aren't going to save anything from not using a realtor. You're actually going to save when you do use a realtor, because we're going to know where we can negotiate and how much we can negotiate. And if we're bringing multiple clients to the builders, they're going to work with us even more because they want us to continue to bring people to them. So I hope this has answered all your questions. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in the process at all. I know all the local builders, and I would love to help you build your next home.